Hey everyone, the Venture and Villiers here. I'm just going to go ahead and stumble through this little gear video so you can kind of have a good idea of what we're going to be carrying on the trail. And yeah, let's kick it off.
So we're going to start with the backpack. I went with the Hyperlite backpack. It's the 3400 Junction. It has this nice mesh front pocket, and then the two side pockets are solid. It has the roll down top, and it's the waterproof. I went with the black because I feel like I already get my gear really dirty, and the white ones seem to get dirty pretty easy. So after trying on about 10 to 12 backpacks, this one fit me the best. So if anybody has any questions on backpacks, I could probably give you the lowdown on every single one in the market. So that's gonna be the pack I'm gonna carry.
So for me, I was going to go with the ultralight version of a backpack, but decided against it because they just didn't fit right. They weren't very comfortable, and they just seemed like a glorified duffel bag. And I really didn't want to do the pack it dump it drill every day. So I just went, I've had this Osprey, it is a Atmos 65. Had it for a couple of years. It's always done me right. It's extremely comfortable. It can carry anything that I put into it, and it's got a lot of bells and whistles. So I will be going with this Osprey Atmos 65. Should do me well.
So next we'll go with our tent. It's the one thing we're sharing on the trail, so we'll be sleeping together in this. You wanna?
Yeah, I don't know about sharing. We'll be sleeping in it together, but I will be carrying it. It's the Big Agnes Tiger Wall UL3. It's extremely light, and yeah, we've slept in this numerous days, and it's done us well. Yeah, it seems like a well-built little tent, pretty light.
All right, next there are warm, cozy quilts.
Yeah.
We went with the Enlightened Equipment quilts. I think they're the Revelation. I went with a 10-degree down bag, and
I went with a 20-degree. I was skeptical when it came to quilts, just because I've been a bag guy the whole time. And but seeing as these, the toe box can be closed up, and it really serves dual purpose. So I really like this thing. We've used it a couple nights in some cold weather, and it's done us really well. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this thing.
And then to keep the hiker stink out of our quilts, we've got these, we both have the Sea to Summit thermal reactor bag liners. And so this will add a little bit of warmth to it. And then we can also use these maybe in the summer if our quilts are too hot. So it's just like a nice little add-on.
Yeah.
And then for our sleep pads, I went with the Nemo Thermal Rest. No, is it the Nemo? Sorry. Yes, it is Nemo. The Tensor, not Thermal Rest, the Tensor. I tried on a lot of different, or tried out a lot of different pads. And this one seemed to be great because I'm a side sleeper, so it gave a little bit extra cushion, I think, than some of the ultralight ones. So I thought this was worth the little bit of extra weight that I have.
For me, I went with the Big Agnes Insulated AXL Air. I went with a little bit longer, 78 inches. I think this one might be even a little bit wider. I am a side sleeper, so I'm constantly kind of flip-flopping, take up a lot of space. So I really dig this thing. It holds air really well, and I'm just not looking forward to filling up an air mattress every night. But I'm sure I'll get good at it. So.
Yes. And then for the pillow, I've got the Nemo pillow. I'm having a hard time finding a pillow that I love, so I'm gonna give this one a try. Maybe even with like a clothes bag underneath it, but I usually sleep with 2 or 3 pillows at night. So I didn't like the fully air one, so this one has air, and it has like this foam little padding in it. So it's a little bit heavier, but again, sleep is crucial if we're going to be hiking all day. So it's worth a little bit of extra weight for me.
Yeah, for me, this was a splurge. I had to have something that was comfortable, regardless of how much it weighed or how large it was. I needed a good pillow, and so honestly, I just found this cheap REI collapsible pillow to be probably the best fit. It's durable. It's very lightweight. It does take up a little bit too much room, but I'm willing to sacrifice.
So let's talk cold weather gear. We'll be starting at the end of March, so we know that there'll be lots of cold weather, and I'm always cold, so this is important for me. But I went with this puffy jacket, Mountain Hardwear Ghost something or other. I love it. I hike in it all the time. I plan on either hiking in it or using it at night when it gets cold out. Then we'll move down and we've got OR gloves. So this one is just like the regular glove, and then this one is the waterproof glove. So these just go right over it, and it has this fancy little zipper that I can put the waterproof glove in, and then I won't lose them because I've lost lots of gloves in my day. I also have this buff that I'll be wearing. I think I'm gonna probably cut it in half because it's really, really big. And I don't think I need that much, especially with the hat on. And then in the summer, I can use it as like a head wrap for my hair. I've got this little Smartwool beanie. And then for rain gear, I've got the OR Helium rain jacket and the rain pants to keep the water off of me. So these are very lightweight, and I will probably carry these all the way through. I might ditch the rain pants in the summer, but it's nice to have an extra layer for all the cold wind that'll be hitting us probably in the southern part in the Smokies. So that's it for me.
All right, real quick for me. Puffy, I just went with an REI 650 downfill. I run hot to begin with, so this is plenty warm for me. I also have a merino wool buff that'll do me right. OR gloves with the shells like she has. I've got just a cheap beanie that I've had for ever.
Lots of years.
I also have a helium top, so that'll keep me nice and dry. But I went with REI bottoms because I know I'm going to thrash these things up pretty bad. So I didn't want to do that at the expense of $100 and some. What else?
I think that's it.
Yep, that's
for all of our outerwear. Okay, so everyday hiking, we'll go through that real quick. So for my base layer, I have this Patagonia 3/4 zip top that is nice and cozy when it gets a little bit chilly. I decided to go with one without a hood just because I have a hat and a buff that I can put on my ears. For the winter, well, not really winter, but the colder months, I'll be wearing my Patagonia tights and this, possibly the Smartwool top, or I have Patagonia Capilene long sleeve. I love both of these. I just don't know which one I'll end up taking. For summer, I went with my Lulu shorts and this Capilene short sleeve Patagonia shirt that I like. And I'll probably throw a tank top in there at some point and probably send home the longer sleeves, or at least one of those when the summer months come. And then to sleep in, I've got my 250 Smartwool leggings and top, and then Smartwool socks. And those are for sleeping, and then these are for hiking. And, oh yeah, and then what's gonna get me the 2,193 miles will be my Solomons, my Speedcross 5. So I've been hiking years in these. As you can see, they're very muddy. So I will just bring these on the trail to help me get along.
All right. So I'm a little bit more low maintenance on the clothes. I will basically be wearing shorts and a t-shirt the majority of the time. even when it's cold out, I like to wear shorts. I really just like wearing pants. But nonetheless, I bought some fairly cheap REI pants that are lightweight, but'll do the trick, keep the wind off me. Same thing goes for my long sleeves, just a cheap REI. For something a little warmer up top, I also went with a waffle style insulation shirt, quarter zip, but unlike her Patagonia, mine was maybe $10. So yeah, and then for sleeping, I went with some Smartwool 250 layer, 250s per pants, and the same for a shirt, so I can stay warm at night. As far as footwear goes, I went with these Ultra Lone Peak 4s. Yes, Lone Peak 4s. They done me well. They, like everybody else, says they don't wear well because they don't. I've had to glue the toes back on a couple times, but they're extremely comfortable. Zero drop is a winner, and I really love the wide toe box. Great for hiking. And then, excuse me. And then, well, we wanted to be cool, so we're bringing Crocs. Yeah, you're just not cool if you're not bringing Crocs.
I mean,
That's just flat out.
it is.
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah, those are our clothes, and we'll keep our clothes. We have Sea to Summit dry bags that we'll keep our clothes in, and that's pretty much it. All right, so we'll go with the rest of our miscellaneous stuff. So we both went with the Zpacks Bear Bags. They come with the little like rope and rock bag to hang it. So we're gonna have to give these a practice. Make sure my aim is good. Then we also have, for the summer, we have bed bugs. I hope we don't get bed bugs. We have head nets for bugs to keep the bugs off of us. For my cookware, yeah, I went with the Toaks Titanium. This is a 900 milliliter pot. I've got this little rag, and then I just went with the Pocket Rocket, and I'll have my own fuel. So, and then we're both just carrying our own stuff just in case something stops working. We figure we might as well. And then I have a Spork and my Sea to Summit collapsible coffee mug.
Yeah, okay. So as far as cookware for me, I went with this Soto is kind of a kit. Little titanium kit that's got a top and a bottom. Not sure I'm going to need both, but we'll keep them for now. It came with a little Soto Pocket Rocket style as well. I've got my own fuel in there. As far as the cup goes, I didn't really like the collapsible idea, so this is almost as light and it's insulated, so I'm going to go with it for now, keep liquids in, but we'll see. I may be getting rid of that. I also have the titanium Spork, nice and light. Headlamp, I'm probably going to go with a different one than this, but this one's got 4 LEDs. It's just really heavy for this one. Hers seems to do a lot better. I like hers. So I'll probably change this guy out. As far as water purification, we're gonna have a smart water bottle attached to these little Sawyers right here. And we'll just go ahead and filter water as we go. Hoping we run into plenty of water.
Yeah, we should. We're there during a good time.
And then we both have, as far as keeping things in, these Sea to Summit little bags that are uber light and a nice collapse and are water and airtight.
And then to keep our bottoms comfortable and dry, we have the little sit pads, and I guess we could put these underneath our hips at night for some extra comfort.
Yeah, I think these will be, I mean, they're really light, but I think they're going to come in handy when, you know, if it's been raining or something, we want to sit on a rock. You're not just getting your butt all wet. So.
And then we'll both have our anchor chargers for our electronics and our cords. And then for as far as guidebooks go, we have the AT guide that will have, this is the 2020, so we'll probably update it to the 2021. And then we have the Gut Hooks app that'll be able to tell us where to go. And then the other thing that we don't have that we're probably still gonna get are umbrellas. I know a lot of people that have them, love them on the trail, so we'll probably go ahead and find some. I just don't know which ones to get yet, so I'm kind of still researching. So
yeah.
I think that's it. I think we've covered most of our gear. So yeah, we'll stop boring you, and we'll post all the links below. And then if you want to follow us on Instagram, we are venturing_Villiers, and we hope to see everybody out on the trail come the end of March.
Yeah, see you out there.
Bye.
Hey. Almost forgot. Cascade carbon fiber poles. They're pretty cheap, durable. They do the trick.